Previously on InfraSpace. After our last successful spaceship repair, we have been hired again with the added challenge of terraforming the planet. We made landfall and JD did what he does best, went straight into overproduction, concrete, oxygen, food, water, steel, you name it, we produced it. Maybe just a bit too much. Suburbia was built, roundabouts placed, highways hooked up, and traffic piled up. Bypasses, overpasses, highways, on and off ramps were built, but the traffic problems continued. Let's be honest, JD can't do traffic control. He drives on the left side of the road anyway. The spaceship is being repaired. It's mostly done, but when it's finished, can we upgrade the laser? Trains were built, stations placed, microfactories were planned, and spaghetti rails became the norm. Robots were rebuilt, making the most of smooth traffic flow and factory proximity bonus. But do we have enough people to run it? Remember, for every like on the video, we get an extra worker, and you can click subscribe for more.
G'day mate and welcome back to InfraSpace with me, Judy, and as you can see we have a completely normal traffic situation right here. We're mostly getting there. We have a couple of problems. First off, we have 200 people willing to join us, which is good because it's put the population above the job count. The catch is there's 250 people here waiting to move in. Yeah, we have a small traffic problem or two. Now I have added in the extra highway to bring traffic up here, which is doing absolutely nothing, I should add. And there's a number of things I want to do. As we've been riding the population to jobs limit for quite some time, and suburbia as well, fully maxed out. A lot of them now with the bigger and better, what is it, tier 6 housing? Tier 6. The skyscrapers that only hold 18 people. It's time that we sort of upgraded the city. When I say upgrade the city, I mean, well, remove everything sort of between here and here-ish, rebuild all this, destroy all these rocks and rearrange things so I can make suburbia larger, which is going to require a significant amount of rebuilding. With a small reconfiguration, we've mostly got everything sorted. I have, moved all the water processing up here, moved all the oxygen processing up here as well. Also swapped over all the carbon processing to just carbon. There may or may not be a traffic problem or two that we might have to sort out. Also, all of science is moved over here. Now, we need to talk about science. We need to talk about a number of things. First off, where are we? Science. Production overview. Yellow science. Yellow science requires the neural processes. And as we can see, we don't have nearly enough neural processes. If we're not making yellow science, i.e. we're not actually doing research, it's perfectly fine. On top of that, we need a certain amount of green science to run the filter mesh factories, the percentage filter mesh factories. It's only the percentage versions we need to make the filter mesh to go away, to do terraforming. Terraforming is slowly getting there. Very, very, very slowly. It seems we can see that this area is slightly more... I was going to go with green, but dirty. Yes. All right. So the next plan is, well, two plans. Next plan is we want to start the fertilizer research. Also, the spaceship, we're going to jump into FTL's fuel cells because they're going to permanently boost the efficiency of everything by 5%. And I have all the iridium alloys sitting there ready to go. Cool. Can you go away now? I guess not. Which means I probably need to save and reload the game because I have planned out where we're going to put our stadiums, also our parks. Funnily enough, okay. Now it works. All right. If I click park, it doesn't show up. Okay. Trying to plan out where we're going to put our stadiums and our parks because I want to extend this out. Probably, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more rows. 5 more rows of housing. I'm hoping is enough. Okay, can I? No. All right, 5 more rows. 5 more rows of housing is hopefully going to be enough that we should be all right. The other thing I noticed that we're a little bit short on is, well, technically methane right this second. Meat production is a little bit low, but we can worry about that later. Where at the moment our good meal production is perfectly fine. So. Give me a minute to try and put in 5 more blocks of houses and hopefully nothing explodes. Remember how I said hopefully nothing explodes? Well, It took 8 hours. Honestly, it's been 8 hours. It's been 8 hours since you last heard from me till right now, and things have changed. They might look much the same, but things have changed. First off, we're going to start with what's right in front of us, being the good meals. Good meals now have a separate bypass, which comes down to in here, which, as you can see, we've taken care of the congestion. By the same token, I have 1,600 people happy to move in. So we have plenty of people available to move in should we build more housing for them. We're not building more housing for them. Let me continue to explain why. We also have more bypasses added around the outside, including our computer factory all the way over here. Now has a bypass, well, it has existing the first original raised bypass, which came into this roundabout. Also has a bypass to come all the way around and feed in at this corner as well. Most things feed in from multiple locations now. The one exception is probably home appliances. Home appliances still feed in from this corner. Oh, along with simple meals. But if we look at production stats, home appliances, we only need 180, and simple meals 180 as well. Whereas, well, actually, home robots are 140, and what else are we shipping in mass? Computers 180. It seems to be running fine so far. Everything seems to be working okay, but I spent 8 hours. I added in the extra roads. If we go to the pipe overlay, I've reverted back. Because I added in the extra roads. I took the population up to about 22,000. Yes, 22,000. And the game engine said no. It said hard no. I dropped down to, you guys don't see it in the corner. Actually, maybe I can. Top right hand corner. We're currently sitting at 30 FPS, which is okay currently, but it dropped down to 10 FPS. So yes, we're not adding more people. We've aborted that idea. Instead, we're going to go for a different plan, a different approach. Over here, we're making home robots, and if we click on production overview, home robots is the only place we're making them, and I'm making about 4 times the amount we need. So the plan is to start replacing people. Previously, we got the research for soil enrichment technology. Excellent. Actually, let's go deal with that. Technology. We now have soil enrichment, so we're going to grab AI control units and also a high-tech workshop. We'll queue up both of those because they're going to become very handy in the not-too-distant future. All right. We now have access to a soil enrichment facility, which we're going to remove you, and we're going to quickly look at production. Soil, plants, vegetables. We're making 196 and I need 207. When I put this in here, these have a 220% efficiency boost now. These have 110. It just doubles the efficiency of all the food buildings near it, which doesn't quite reach the other row. Really? What happens if I move you to that tile? 110. Damn! What happens if I move you that way and that way and that way? 110 still. Oh, no, you're covered. Okay. So I have to move you over a tile and you over a tile. And then you're covered. 220. I can take that. So that gives us plenty of vegetables. In fact, far too many vegetables. I could probably remove half these buildings. In fact, you don't get a bonus, so we're going to remove you. And you don't get a bonus, so I'm going to remove you too. Purely because I can. So, nice bonuses. Gives us plenty of food because now we have enriched soil. We just spray the soil. Let's turn it that way so we don't get the shimmer from the light. Production overview. Yeah. We've got enriched soil. More food. Excellent. Technically, we don't make enough fertilizer now. You know what? Can I get a food factory? Fertilizer. Sure, solved. Actually, it's one giant district. That's perfect. All right. That'll help. We're still producing far too much food. All right. as I was saying, we did get access some time ago with one of the spaceship repairs. We got access to the industrial robot factory, which happens to use the exact same components as the home robot factory. My plan was, I did the prep for it, and I actually built the build and bopped up the population, did all sorts of things. But 10 FPS. 10 FPS is just, it's unacceptable. Okay? I'm happy to play the game at half speed, but you guys get to watch it at 60 FPS. Long story short, video editing, blah, 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 adds in extra frames that didn't exist originally. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm not happy to play at 10 FPS. 10 FPS, the game feels bad, it acts bad, it's not a whole lot of fun. I had planned out, this build here, which ran on, no, I want production overview, I want districts. This build is built on 268 copper. This build out here was built on 660 copper. So twice the size to make a whole lot of industrial robots. Reason we wanted industrial robots is... You don't tell me. Industrial robot. Automatically reduces your workforce requirement by 1 worker. So every industrial robot I make is 1 less person I need working in a workshop, which was the plan. The catch is the game said no. The game said hard no. It said no, Jedi, you're not going to do that. Can I put you there? So our plan is to break the power network. Cool. And then can I move you, same story, to about here? And then I rehook up, well, from there to... That'll do me. I don't really mind. All right. What I'd like to do is I'd like to put in some home robot, some industrial robot factories. Now, I'm hoping... Crap. They won't get a bonus. I can't have them use that road. All right, we're not gonna have a bonus for them. That's just how life is. And unfortunately, I can't put them here because the other buildings are 3x3 and these are 4x4. So we need to have a brand new build. Which first off, I need to get all the supplies out of the existing build. First one we have is motors. So we need to bring a highway out for motors. I then need to bring a highway out for green circuits. Yeah. Then I need to bring a highway out for aluminium. And then this highway would be, I don't know, microchips? No. Neural processors. Yes, one of the things we're very short on. All right. And, okay, so then we're going to go for a 2-lane highway into a 2-lane highway, merge all that together into a 3-lane road, and we're going to try and drag a road in a straight line to about here. All right, the plan is, it should be a simple plan. It should be a case of put a substation there and a substation there, and drag a power pole from there to there. Yep, there, please, and into there. Cool. Plan should be, it should be as simple as grab some of these guys, and we're going to build a row of them. Okay. Now, I want to use about production overview, not districts. We are overproducing home robots by a factor of 4. So I can use about 3/4 the supply for home robots. As this has a different production speed and a different everything, trying to work out how much that is off the production is going to be very, very difficult. But off the input, it's way easier. So I'm making 66 motors to make, where are we? Motors. We're going to use 64 of them to run this factory. So I want to use about 40 is 2/3, about 45 motors. That's the number I'm looking for. So, can I get rid of that and turn on that one? And you're going to use 22. All right, so I can make it twice as large. Let's go. Let's skip some tiles. Remove you guys. And put the... Yeah, I don't care if it costs me extra rather than just moving them. It's quicker. Yeah, I'll move one of them. Districts. Add that into the district. And close that out. Production overview. We're using 37. Wow. Okay. More. I want to get to about 45. 45 is the goal. Okay. So, no. Closed districts. Bring that up. That way I can look at it live. 38, 39, 40, 42, 44. Okay, 44 is going to be the magic number we're going to go with and stretch the road to there. All right, so the plan is that these are going to make home robots. Now, I want to go to districts. I want to remove that button, and I need to have... No, not home appliances, motors. Can I remove that button as well? Motors are going to ship there. Electronics, which are already shipping to there and there, can also ship to here. Also, neural processors can ship to there. And finally, aluminium ore, which is all the way over here, can also ship into here. All right, so with those production lines hooked up, it should be a case of we just need to get these things built. Now, as we can see, we already have trucks rolling in. Can I make sure you're on a lane each? Can I have, let's have everybody share the middle lane. Yeah, because you're bringing in 2 and 1 off these two, plus you're going to bring in 1 neural processor and 2 aluminum ore off this road. So that should be fine. It does mean that unfortunately aluminum ore and electronics are sharing that middle lane, which is the busiest lane. Of course it is. Of course it is. All right, we'll do that then. Enjoy the mayhem. All right, so we should be able to get these up and running. Neural processors are hopefully on their way. Maybe. Hello? I might just not have much available stock. Oh. So I have a small problem with not enough sand and microchips caused by that one sand miner being in the wrong district, which means I need to fix that, which then means I need to fix the nanotubes, and then we should be good. Okay, so she gave us the tiny bump in a couple of microchip factories, which should then bring up our still 198% efficiency. Wow. And when we're up to a spaceship, almost done. When that's done, that's going to take us up to over 200%. Okay. The point is, these guys should be able to cut down on the amount of robots I need. There we go. There's that extra 5% I just spoke about. Can I then, in that case, 20% boost to random technology, which is almost finished. Yeah, I was doing it whilst I was waiting. 216% efficiency. Oh, because you happen to be near a sand mine as well, don't you? 225. Damn. All right. So this should give us industrial robots. Now, industrial robots, I need to ship out. Okay. Shipping out of industrial robots is going to be the complicated part, because I need to get them potentially into my input lanes for everything. Yeah. Let's go through the process. Okay. Train station. I'm going to have a micro train station. I know. I said we'd never use these. We're going to use a micro train station. I'm going to put it right there. Because I want to take my industrial robots, which are going to cut down my workforce by 1 per industrial robot, and I want to ship them into that building, and into that building, and into... Well, can I move that to overlap? Cool. All right, into that building. So that means industrial robots can follow down here. Now, as they follow down here, they can access all the nanotubes. They can't access these sand mines. They can access all the neural processor factories. They can't come down here to access the microchips because of the one-way roads. And then they can pop out here and they can come back into where they started. They can also come in and access all the home robot factories. Also, I should mention, they can access this train station, which means they can go to other places. Like, you might notice there's steel on the train. Why is there steel on the train? I don't know. I can only imagine that I have steel being shipped from here to this train station to then get off this train. Actually, we've just had the train arrive. Is this the one with steel on it? I can't click on it. Come on. You're not steel. There's another train showing up. No, you're still purple. Really? None of them on that one had steel. All right. Steel's coming out here to go around this roundabout to then come... Well, actually, probably go hard left. To come up to this road. To come up to this road. To feed into... Green sites? Green sites. Green sites? No. To feed in a motor factory. It's going to feed in the motor factories. Because although I have this steel build here that in theory is short of iron ore, really? No, you're short of iron ore. We just have a small traffic problem. It's fine. It's going to sort itself out eventually. Target motor factories. Yep. This traffic problem is the traffic problem I'm definitely ignoring. Yes, it'll solve itself eventually, but yeah, the steel's going to be coming up to one of these buildings, or possibly even the filter mesh. Yes, because they need steel as well. So, when our industrial robots can access this through half of this and out to here, they can also access the rest of the world, which is the dangerous part. I still don't have any. I must have missed. I did. I picked the wrong district. That district. Okay. Lots of trucks on the road. Home robots factory. No. Industrial robots factory. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So, yes, once we hook up this, it means they can access all over the map, okay? But we did also miss half the green circuits here, plus I missed all the steel, all the motor processing, plus I missed the iron and copper mining to access blah, 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 blah. So, what else I want to do is have another micro train station. And we're going to use micros. I know I said I'd never use them, but they sort of fit this purpose. We're going to spin around. So I can feed in from that side, and then I want to take a highway out of you into, straight into the iron, which can access the steel, which can access steel, can't access this carbon line, can't access this carbon line, and also can access all the motor factories. Okay. Really? I picked the wrong exit. It's fine. The other exit. Hey, boost research, ground city regulation. Okay, well, we've unlocked more percentage research. We've also almost unlocked AI control units. Okay. Second highway out, because I want to have this highway come this direction over to here and into here. And I want to be able to access this sulfur mine. Plus, I want to access this row of sulfur mines. Plus, I want to access that row of sand mines. Can I move you over, Tom? Cool. So, it means my industrial robots, after hooked in this train station, can now access this row. There's the one where we're going this way. Access that row. Can access these sand mines, can access all these concrete plants, and if I add from that highway into there, it can access this. Also means it can go on this giant highway and access, well, everything over here. This is the problem. Once you start hooking things up, even though I've done my absolute best, like I have really gone out of my way to have everything as isolated as possible, once you hook things up, the logistics take a mind of their own and they do what they want, which is sort of a problem sometimes. How did that not line up? Remove. AI control factory. Excellent. Can I move you to that tile, and that tile? Okay. And then out of here, nope. Out of here, into that tile, into that tile, into that tile. I'll explain why we're having so many intersections or stop points in just a second. Left one, and rail into there. Okay, this gives me a nice little loop. So I want to go from my nice little loop, nope, that's the wrong end of the nice little loop, over to here. Actually, I want to go to one more stop, which is the aluminum mines. Can I put you there? Which direction is the train station? That direction. Can Can I spin you around, please? All right, same story. I want to exit here. Yeah, I just realized it's not straight. I don't care. Bring you in there, plug you in there. Also plug you in there. And also plug you in there. All right, back to train tracks. Can I get some rail? This is the exit. Can I bring this up nice and high? And then run it over all of this mess. We're going that direction. Yep. Bring it here. And then tuck it in there. All right, after we come into there, we're going to go into, that's the return, like so. We're going to come out of this side and then R to get some height. We're going to go over that mess, through this mess, over to here, and then hopefully we can just crash down to ground level as quickly as possible. We can. All right. First train. Actually, let's double check. Do we have... All right, research complete. Okay. Trains go away. I'm waiting to see one of these guys output. That's what I'm waiting on. All right. We have 3 out of 3 workers. 3 out of 3, 3 out of 3. We've probably already outputted enough. We have. They're all running at 3 out of 3. Yeah, okay, so every single one of them already has industrial robot. As you can see, the percentage is not moving terribly quickly, and it is moving terribly quickly at the same time, which is sort of worrying. Okay, we're going to call you Robot 1. I want to train from there to here. I said to here. Cool. And then a train to here, and that's the whole loop, and then we'll add 1 train. All right, with that done, trains should leave this station, and hopefully we have a whole bunch of, come on, whole bunch of trucks on the way. So you're going to go to a carbon processor. So you're going to go on the train, through the aluminium station, back down here, off the train here, and into this carbon station. And as far as I've seen in the game, what happens is when logistics are being decided, it sort of does like a area effect call. So it's whatever's closest goes first. So this should be somewhat local to this area. Can I... Where's my train? Can I subtract my train? And then add my train back. Cool. Nope, there's nothing in the station. It's all right. It's fine. They'll get there eventually. So if I click on you, you're going to home robot factory. So you're going up to aluminium. Then you're getting off the truck, off the train, driving down the aluminium highway into one of these guys, which should drop my job need down. So we're at 18, we'll call it 18,500 currently. And I also want to hook up this little itty bitty train station. Can I? No, because that's right. I can't build in backward. All right. Can I just come straight off that lane to here? Wow, a bit of straight train track. That's the first. This one gonna be straight? Yes, so far. That lane to there to there. All right, so same story. I want another train. We're gonna go Robot 2, and actually before I set up this train, go away. So that's going to come to here. Is there anything else I want to tap into whilst we're right here? I have nanotubes over there, and you're going to iron, but you're not going to copper. Okay, can I get a highway? Can we split off this highway and go into copper? So if you can touch copper, you can now touch all the green circuit build, and then also loop back out and access that train station I spoke about earlier. And do I want you to access the car? No. Well, I guess every job's a job. All right, we'll bring you in here as well. And then can I just delete that, and that? So we don't need them anymore. And that should be good to go. Is stuff over here? Would I use this train? No, we'll just set up a new train. Okay. Robot 2, I want you to go from there to there. To Come on. Omicron to row. Alright, new train. Go away. Alright, and we have 48 industrial robots ready to go. Okay, and then once again, we'll see a flurry. Come on. Hey! A flurry of brand new trucks leaving the buildings and off to jump on a train to go places to do things. And there's nothing on the train. Nothing on the train. Alright. Meanwhile, where is this train? Doesn't matter, that's sort of wanted to see. Home robots factories. There's a bunch of them going this way. That's aluminium. Okay, so does that mean my train is on my way here? It is on the way here. And do you have home robots on you? You do. 209 of them. Perfect. Because I want to demonstrate this. I really want to demonstrate this. 209 robots are going to hopefully jump off the train. I also should mention little train stations take a little while longer to unload. Okay. You're going to go to a carbon processor. So you need 3 out of 3 people, 3 out of 3 people, 3 out of 3 people, 115% efficiency because of all the spaceship parts we've repaired, which... Bridge, maybe? All right, they're going to pop in here. Now, it's not going to change the efficiency. It's just going to drop the amount of people required. So at the moment, we require 3 people. It's going to drop down to 2 people, which again, it's just about freeing up people with manufacturing. So 3 out of 3, 2 out of 2, and now you have an industrial robot. So I'm hoping with us taking a little bit of production that we're not using and shoving it into industrial robots, I'm hoping that's enough to tip the scales just slightly, that hopefully I don't have to increase the population by too much. Hopefully. At the same time, we should definitely repair the bridge. No, we'll do that next episode. The spaceship's almost done. At the same time, we unlocked AI control unit factories, which requires aluminium. That's nice and easy. Also requires the neural processors. Now, neural processors, we have a neural processor plant right here. Very, very good neural processor plant. I missed you and you. Cool. Our neural processor plant works, and it works terribly well. We did have 2 of them. We now have 3 of them, and I've gone and doubled up that efficiency bonus by building the nanotubes right here and feeding them in. But to say that, I have 3 factories, and now I need to make AI control units, which is going to need a 4th factory because we don't produce enough of the damn things to start with. If I go off districts, neural processors, yes. And if I count yellow sites to 0, it's still a bit of a yes situation. Sure, there's a little bit of a difference because I don't have enough neural processors to cover both the computers and the industrial robots, but it's still pretty much close enough. So what I need to do is I need to build another nanotube factory to make more AI control unit factories to then hopefully get those guys up and running. They're going to, of course, require microchips. We have the microchip factory down here, which 26, 37, 40, yeah, we have plenty of stock of, which is already hooked into this train station. So it's just a case of take those off to a brand new build after we finish blasting everything with lasers and make a new one of these. And as there's no blueprints, I'm going to leave this episode here because I need to manually build this and it's going to take a minute. But then after we have AI control units unlocked, we should be able to unlock the high-tech workshop, which supplies your factory with high-tech tools in order to raise productivity, which hopefully means that I can raise the productivity of all the buildings. The catch is it's all ratioed. So I don't know if I actually want to raise the productivity of buildings. Like, it doesn't really help me. Sure, maybe the nano processors, the neural processors, that wouldn't be a bad one. But the catch is I then need to make sure I have enough nanotubes. And to make sure I have enough nanotubes and technically microchips as well. Nanotubes. And technically microchips as well, also enough sand. It means that... Where do you guys get sand from? Where do you get sand from? There. Alright, it then means that technically I might end up in a situation where, well, I need to boost the productivity from here all the way through here, all the way through every single one of the neural processor factories to actually have a benefit, because boosting the output doesn't help you unless you boost the input, and same goes the other way around. If you boost the input and you don't boost the output, then it doesn't go anywhere. So I need to leave this episode here. I need to try and work out why you're 1 sand short. You know what? I just don't care. Sand mine. Like so. I also need to mention that that's the edge of the map right there. There's no clear defined, you can see it easily, edge of the map. It just spans off in infinity. But that's the edge of the grid. So that's as far as I can build, which means I need to build it right here. But like I said, I'm going to leave this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next episode with high-tech workshop just about done. Also, we can start repairing the bridge. We look at high-tech stuff at the same time. Actually, let's pause that and go start on red science. We also need to look at ground acid regulation and also a tech drone. Fertilizer drone hub. Okay, we need to try and get through terraforming. But like I said, I am pushing the game to its absolute edges. And yeah, we're having a bit of a processing problem. And also, most of the traffic's moving. Okay, some of the traffic's moving. Some of the traffic. Oh, it's because of this. Go through. Also go through. Yeah, I really wish there was a way I could copy and paste these intersections. Because sometimes what the AI does when you build things is stupid. And causes this problem I have here, where everybody's sitting in one lane to then swap lanes, to turn lanes, to then come up here to sit in 2 lanes to turn in here, which, yeah, what this is. What the hell? Oh, it's blue science being delivered to green science. And of course, they don't go to the one next door. They go to the one halfway around the build. Yeah, it's fine. I knew when we started doing science, it would be a bit of a nightmare. But I'm going to go fix this. I'm also going to go build the AI processors. And we're going to skip some frames. And as I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I will see you in the very next episode. All right, bye.